up again. All right, welcome. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. We are Two Bar Connection with your hosts, Jesse and
James.
All right, good. See, we're in sync this time. Wonderful.
Damn straight. It only took one botched intro in the first episode.
And a disconnect.
And a disconnect. Oh my god.
And a disconnect. Right? We're not going to mention the things that led to disconnect, but that's all right. Look, we have some exciting things to go over because this past month, March, has been very exciting. But before we get into that, how have you been?
I've been doing pretty good, man. I've just been. It's pretty standard stuff. Working at the hospital, doing my side job as well, doing homework. It's been busy, but the good kind of busy. So I can't really complain. But what about you?
Doing all right. I felt a little sick on Sunday. I wasn't really sure what it was. It might have been just some kind of immune response, but I had like a headache and then some chills and some body aches. But on yesterday, I felt a little better. And today I feel pretty good, so I'm doing all right. I've played some good games this past 2 weeks.
Rad.
Diablo 4 Beta was pretty cool. Resident Evil 4 Remake came out. We're gonna talk about that a little more, but all in all, pretty good.
Both of those things, yeah.
Pretty
nice.
Good.
Sweet, dude. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better because being sick sucks. So
yeah, no, it does suck. I mean, I still get like a little bit of a headache, but I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But I think I'll be fine. It's gotten better.
Okay, dude. Sounds good.
Alrighty. I didn't really sleep much, so.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, too little sleep or too much sleep actually affects you. Like I remember when I was working overtime back in December because I was picking up like that holiday bonus pay with the overtime. I was sleeping for like 14 hours and I was miserable when I woke up. It was like 3 a.m. and yeah, I felt like crap. So even too much sleep is good. So just just try and sleep a little bit better. I'll see if I can stay on top of you. I'll be your nurse. I'll be your nurse. I'll be your nurse.
Wonderful, remote nurse.
Yeah, your remote nurse. And I won't even charge you.
Good. I mean, I have insurance, but it's HMO, so.
HMO? Mierda. No, I don't want to deal with that shit.
I'm cheap.
Oh.
I'm poor.
No, dude. No, you're good. But but in any case, lead us off, man. What do we got to talk about today?
Well, first, the thing that happened almost immediately after we finished our last recording was the Diablo 4 betas were in. Now, I got inside both of them, but you played the final one.
Yeah.
I actually did buy. So funny thing, I bought the Double Down because you can buy a KFC Double Down and they'll send you a code.
You told me about that.
But it was Lenten Friday, so I'm like, I can't eat this thing anyway, so I'm not gonna pick it up. I just waited for the email to come in, and lo and behold, about an hour later, got it in. Okay,
dude, that's so funny.
And
I'm there thinking to myself,
granted, it's a Blizzard game, so of course there was a.
Like I didn't even know that I didn't even know that they still sold that sandwich. I thought they discontinued it because it was just too much of a sandwich. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's hardly a sandwich. It's like heart attack and like 2 meat buns.
Oh yeah.
Because it's chicken patties with bacon and cheese. So
yeah, dude.
Yeah, not the healthiest of foods.
Yeah.
Peak American cuisine though.
Oh yeah, peak American cuisine.
Peak American cuisine. But yeah, no, I bought that and then punched in the code, and of course because it's a Blizzard game, I had to wait like 50 minutes to actually log in. But once I logged in, it was fine. It was all good. Yeah. Oh, you froze it. Okay, you're good. We're good now. All right.
I'm sorry. Hang on, you froze a little bit.
So I played through it a little bit. I really enjoyed it. They only had 3 classes available during the first weekend, which was the Sorcerer, the Rogue, and the Barbarian. And I played mostly the Rogue. I actually played the Rogue mostly through both beta periods. And the Rogue was actually really, really fun. But I did notice that meleeing in general was kind of tough. So like if I tried to play a Barbarian or you tried to play a melee Rogue, it was definitely a little tough. Until you got like certain, legendaries that changed your abilities around. And the Sorcerer was absolutely insane. Because I'm just get the chain lightning spell that they give you in the beginning, and you just hold down right click and it just melts everything. Just zap, 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 zap. Nothing can touch you. Everything dies within like seconds.
Well, that's what I saw when you were playing the Necromancer. It's funny you were talking about the rogue being hard at melee. That was literally my experience with the beta, and that's why I was kind of like, this is kind of crap. I hate this. It was very, very like, so yeah. So do you think they'll do any nerfs to the Necromancer or anything like that, or nah? They're gonna.
I don't know. I know it's only up to level 25, and the Necromancer we only had to play them for one weekend, as opposed to the two we had with the Rogue and the Sorcerer and the Barbarian. The Barbarian definitely could use some buffs because playing Barbarian was really tough.
Okay.
Yeah, because Barbarian, you very immobile, very slow, and surprisingly doesn't do a lot of damage. Like it kind of takes a while to kill some of the enemies. You're tanky, but you don't do a lot of damage.
Really?
Yeah, so you can take a lot of hits, but you don't deal a lot of damage back. Whereas with the Sorcerer, like before they even get within 10 feet of you, they're vaporized. Or with the Necromancer, you just throw your minions at them and then do your corpse explosion a couple of times.
Yeah.
And then they just instantly die. Right, but I mean, with the Rogue though, so the cool thing about the Rogue was that there was a certain legendary that made like one of those skills super OP. So actually, so you say that melee was like felt kind of like crap, but trust me, when you get that legendary, oh my god, you were clearing crowds out super quick. And with like the certain build that I had, I was able to kill bosses in like 10 seconds.
Wow! Holy crap!
Yeah, like literally within like maybe like 10, 15 seconds it took.
Damn, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. It's just your items, man. You gotta have those items, have the right build when it all comes together. I mean, it doesn't come together in the beginning when you're like level. When did we finish on our playthrough? You were like 15, 16?
Yeah, I was 15 or 16. Yeah, I mean,
and I was like 25 when I was doing that. So
yeah, maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just didn't have the right items because I was struggling, and you know this. I'm not really those types of games aren't my forte anyway. So I was just kind of slugging through like, oh my god, like come on, just please like get better for me. Just come on, get to that part that he says it's gonna get good because
you really got the bow and arrow.
Yeah, well, dude, because I don't know. I wanted to be a melee rogue because I think the last time I picked a rogue, I mean it's a completely different game, but I played an archer in Dragon Age Inquisition, and that was dog shit. I hated it. So it kind of soured me on the whole like rogue bow and arrow archetype. So I was like, oh, maybe let me do a melee rogue, but I guess I chose wrong then too. So maybe I should have just picked the bow and arrow. Maybe I'll pick the bow and arrow when I when I get the game and I play with you guys.
Yeah, the bow and arrow is really fun. I mean, well, in parties melee isn't so bad. It's when you're doing solos when you kind of really need the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Unless you have like a really good, like my build was really good, and I had the right legendaries for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. But what about you? I mean, I only played it for one day, but what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was definitely different. I don't know what would you call that genre of game? The dungeon crawling
action
or
RPG? It's
action RPG. Okay,
yeah, well, action RPG.
Yeah, because I know that the first time I ever played a game of that type, it was a Torchlight 2, which you got me into as well, and that was cool for a little bit. But it just kind of like it got sour on me for a while. But this experience was a lot better. I liked the story that was behind it, the whole corruption aspect. The monsters were cool. The boss fights were actually pretty challenging. I thought it was just going to have to be me clicking on stuff, but no, you got to move around a lot. Like a lot. So
yeah. Especially since you're melee.
Yeah, dude. I was like, "Oh my god, bro, I can't even damage the guy because I'm too busy running around." Like, oh, whatever. So, but it was fun. It was fun, and it definitely something that I would consider playing with you in the future when the full game comes out in I think June 20.
June.
I think June 28. I think it's like the end of June.
No, it's the beginning of June.
Oh, beginning of June. Oh, excuse me.
Beginning of June.
Excusez-moi. But yeah, definitely a game I'd consider picking up, but definitely something I would only play with somebody else. Not something I'd play by myself. Absolutely not.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
But that's a personal preference though. That's just yeah.
Well, I'll
But
definitely be playing it frequently.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
playing it frequently, so you'll have somebody to play with all the time.
Yeah, cool beans. But did you give your opinions on it already, or do you pretty much?
I loved it. I absolutely
yeah.
loved it. I think I love the art style. I love it. It's a lot closer to Diablo 2 than Diablo 3. The world is huge. There's lots of stuff to do in it. The combat's really cool. It's like kind of like a slowed down Diablo 3, but in a way it kind of needs to be slowed down because Diablo 3, after a certain point, kind of devolved into just pick your best skill and just spam the shit out of it and everything explodes, right?
Okay.
Where this game, that sort of happens sometimes. Like in the case of Sorcerer, yeah, that's what happened, but you got to like move around a little bit. Like the boss have mechanics to them now where they have, AoE attacks with like markers that show up on the floor that you got to dodge, or they'll spawn minions, stuff like that. And the game's really animation focused, so if you see an attack winding up, you have to actually dodge it because now they added a dodge roll that wasn't in previous games.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Diablo 3, but only in the console version, and it was absolute crap. Like it wasn't worth doing.
Okay.
You went like 4 inches forward, and there was like no invincibility frames on it. Whereas this one, you travel a good distance, and it has some iframes on it, so you can actually go through attacks.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
actually dodge through stuff. You see something big coming up. But overall, man, yeah, it's looking like I'm not gonna get it day one because it's fucking Blizzard. Like they're gonna take a week to actually get it to work.
Absolutely.
Especially since it's online only. If it was offline play, I'd be like, oh yeah, day one for sure, right? But since it's always online, it's gonna be busted at launch, or I'm gonna be looking at 2-hour queue times like I did during the weekends, which.
Oh boy, that sounds awful.
Yeah, that opening beta weekend that Friday was not good. That was very bad. I just wanted to play some Druid, right? Because the Druid just started. That's actually the class I'm most excited for.
Okay.
And then I was smacked with a 45-minute queue time, which isn't that bad. Whatever. I took a little power nap, woke up, logged in, started playing for a little bit, and then I disconnected, like 10 minutes in.
Oh my god,
Complete
dude.
server error. I get kicked out. Log back in. Another 30 minutes. Okay. I wait. Another power nap. Come back. Play again. Get disconnected again. And then this time it's an hour. I'm like, all right, I think we should wait till Blizzard figures this out. And I didn't actually play until Saturday.
Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll work out like sooner rather than later. Because you said how long? We talked about this. How long does it take for Blizzard to fix their launch? Like how long did it take Overwatch 2 to finally stabilize?
It took about maybe 3 days before the queue times are kind of fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I want to say like 5 days to a week before the queue times are gone.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about a good week before we can actually get in like instantly without having to worry about queue times and shit.
Okay, I see. Oof.
Yeah.
Well,
and besides that, there was RE4 remake. Which is
yes,
absolutely great. We'll talk more about that, but you can just give some initial thoughts on it.
Oh, I mean, 10 out of 10.
The whole week, you've been playing it like the whole.
We both have been playing that game fucking nonstop. I think we've actually
it's just been in between that and Overwatch 2.
More of RE4 than Overwatch 2. And honestly, thank God that we finished the battle pass already for that game. And because we've just been like, oh, we finished the battle pass, fuck that game. Let's just play Resident Evil 4. And damn, easy 10 out of 10 game. Capcom, they're killing it. They're absolutely killing it, man. It's great. Absolutely fun game. But we'll go into more detail later when we do like our official review. But as of right now, like first impressions or what, like our first take, 10 out of 10, easy.
Yeah,
At
early
least
preview 10 out of 10, all for $60. But you want to know what's not $60? Jedi Survivor. What the fuck? $70
for what?
Segways.
Oh my god, dude! It's funny because we talked about it before we started recording, and I was like, oh yeah, Jedi Survivor is available for it got available for pre-purchase today, so I went to go see, and I'm like, standard edition, $70. What? No. The original game was good, and I'm really happy that it was as good as it was. But no, it was not good enough to justify the sequel being $70. Like, what am I getting more out of? I'm getting something more, right? Or is it just the base game for $70? I'm pissed.
It's EA. I mean, it's not
I'm
a base game.
Yeah. But, oh my god. I know, but like there has to be something that justifies the extra $10. But you're right, it's EA. So it could be just fuck you. I just want money. Give me money.
And is it even on next gen console? Like, I mean, not next gen, current gen technically now. Is it like on PS5 and Xbox? Xbox
what?
Sex? XX?
Xbox Sex?
Xbox Series X?
The sex box. I have no idea. I think it should be. Let me see. Yeah. PS5, Xbox Sex, and SES, and Microsoft Windows.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes absolutely no sense, dude. I mean, it's great. It looks good, but now the game just has to be that much better, just so that we don't get upset about the price tag, and it sucks.
Well, I mean, on the bright side, no microtransactions, no battle pass, no monetization double dipping, right? So far that we know of.
Yeah. Well, now they're starting to do weird shit. So now
we'll see. Respawn kind of does their own thing, and EA lets them do their own thing. So I think Respawn will be smart enough to, push back any nonsense that EA would have, if at all.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
it'll probably be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it
was good.
Yeah, well, the first one was good. But again, I'm worried because $70 from a publisher that as reputable, not in a good way, as reputable as EA is usually a recipe for disaster. So it's a red flag, absolutely red flag. So I'm just worried. And funny, that's not the only game that is $70. I believe Tears of the Kingdom is also $70, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. However, I think people are a lot more inclined to pay $70 for a sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Whoa, hold on. Wait.
Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. All right.
Okay, Breath of the Wild, great game.
I've struck a nerve.
It's on the Switch. What console is it on? It's on the Switch, okay? What frame rate did it run at? Like 22 on a
30.
good day. No,
Yeah.
22 on a good day.
It ran better handheld than it did docked on the TV, and I can attest to that. Whenever I set fire to a grassy field, it chopped so bad. It was just so bad that I think it was responsible for like half of the deaths in my game. That's how choppy that shit was.
That's right.
No, bro.
Do you really think Tears of the Kingdom's gonna run that much better
on the same Switch? Honestly, unless you have
Switch, no Switch Pro, right? We never got a Switch Pro like we all hoped we would.
Yeah,
the OLED, which makes things a little brighter, a little sharper.
But it never changed anything.
That helps it run better, right? Nothing changed. We saw that same old ass architecture from like 2014.
Oh my god! So not worth $70 either.
Not to me, no.
Honestly, dude,
people will still eat it up, right? They're still gonna buy the shit out of it.
Well, yeah, bro.
It's gonna be a great game no matter what. I know it's gonna be a great game, but
absolutely,
$70 for a Switch game.
Nah, bro.
And it's only on Switch. It's not like, at least like with Survivor, you can be like, but it's on it's all PS5 and Xbox Series X. You got to update it for the hardware, right?
Yeah.
On PC, right? It's gonna run really well. But like the Switch, come on, man, it's gonna be like 900p, and you're running like 30. It's gonna run like 25 FPS, maybe.
Maybe on a good day.
On a good day, exactly.
Maybe
right.
if you put it in ice, that way you can keep it cool and it'll run better. Just put the Switch on ice.
Maybe, I don't know.
Shit, dude, I don't know, man.
But did you see the presentation for it?
I did, and you can build vehicles. That's essentially the big step up with the game, and I think it's going to be interesting because they saw that a lot of people were making vehicles and shit on their own in the original Breath of the Wild, like they were attaching balloons and shit to make their own flying machines, and they're like, you know what? Let's just make it easier for them to do that. Let's make it a gameplay feature, and that's exactly what they did. And it looks promising. It looks very, very promising.
Yeah, I mean they essentially turned the game into nuts and bolts. I don't know if you remember that game, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts.
Yeah, I think that game was. I think people say that game was pretty bad, right?
Yeah, no, that game's not good. I mean, it's not a Banjo-Kazooie game.
It's not Banjo. Okay.
Like in this game, like it's a supplemental thing. You don't have to do it, but in Banjo-Kazooie, like it was the game.
Oof.
Right, so Legend was Tears of the Kingdom, right? Now it's Tears of the Kingdom Nuts and Bolts edition, but you still get to play some Legend of Zelda stuff. You still get to go to dungeons and explore a cool world, kill monsters and stuff.
Yeah. I wonder, because I know they added those sky islands, but essentially the surface world of Hyrule is the same, correct?
Oh, they said it was different.
They said it
was different. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how different it is because, yeah, I mean, I have no issues exploring like that same world, provided that there's like some differentiations in certain areas. I just hope that it's different enough that it can, justify like sequel status, because essentially, because if not, it'll end up making the game feel more like DLC because we're exploring the same shit, but now with Sky Islands. Like that kind of doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. We don't want it to feel like Breath of the Wild 2.0.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild is a great game. I love Breath of the Wild, and like I said, this game will probably be great as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Like for a fact, this thing's probably gonna sweep the Game Awards.
Oh yeah, most likely.
It's definitely probably gonna sweep the Game Awards. That or maybe not Resident Evil 4, but yeah, maybe our next game that we'll discuss a little bit after this might have some Game of the Awards attention. But definitely Legend of Zelda. Oh yeah, Game of the Year awards left and right. Gonna get a lot of love and praise for it.
Yeah,
and we'll see. I mean, the other interesting thing that I saw there was that, did you see that you can like go through the ceiling of stuff?
Yes, I did. With because I think they replaced the Sheikah slate with that weird, I don't know, like something happened to his hand. So now that's how like you like use your powers and shit.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, well, I noticed. I don't know. Maybe that was just me, but I noticed when he was using his like when he was using, I think I can't remember if it was stasis or the time reversal mechanic. He was using his hand like that, and that was the hand that had the fuck, man. It looks like his hand got charred or burned with some Sheikah technology, and now he's infused with it. Yeah. I'll have to go. Okay. I'll have to go back. Honestly, I'm probably talking out of my ass, but but it looked pretty cool. But yeah, you can go through ceilings and stuff.
Yeah. So now all those people that complained about to climb up and just stamina, just fucking use the thing.
Yeah. Just there you go. Done. Stop whining. Enjoy the game. And shut your mouth.
Yeah. I mean. For Breath of the Wild, I didn't mind the stamina stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, sometimes I kind of liked how, like, the weather and can affect how you interact with things, or like how the topography.
Yes,
can change how you interact with the game. Like everything is like now kind of like a puzzle, and some people would see that as laborious. But I saw it's kind of cool and kind of added to the exploration aspects of it.
I
If
agree.
there's like a really steep like mountain up there, if you found that early on, chances are like there's like a chest up there, or like if you saw like a cool island off in the distance, you can glide over to it. Right, there was probably something there as well, and like you could wait until you upgrade your stamina enough to do it, or you can like try and get creative.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated. That the game rewards your creativity. It looks like they're doubling down on that with Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes. I think I'm pretty much in agreement with you on that sentiment. Everything kind of blended together. Every mechanic, even the small details, even the attempts at building. People were able to build some stuff early on, and yeah, the game essentially was a sandbox. It let you do a lot more than in previous Zelda games.
A real sandbox. Not,
Yeah.
Not Ubisoft's version of sandbox where it's go up tower, press thing. All right, here's your checklist of shit to do to grind out.
Nah, screw that shit. So I'm really glad. So I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom. I just again, $70. It better come with a happy ending. Not gonna lie.
And you want to know what the worst part of it is?
What?
It's never gonna depreciate in price.
Oh, well, that's standard for Nintendo.
Yeah,
but
it'll be the heat death of the fucking universe, and I think it would still be $70.
but there are workarounds to that now, especially with the Steam Deck coming out. People have gotten pretty creative with that thing. They've essentially installed like Switch software.
Oh yeah, I know.
So they can run Switch games on it, and honestly, it's pretty tempting.
I mean, unless you want to. By the way, we do not endorse pirating in any way or shape or form. Please, Nintendo, do not sue us ever.
No, of course not. We're just saying that there's people out there that have found workarounds.
You could theoretically buy it, right? And then you could, rip the files out, and then for personal usage, of course, emulate it on PC hardware.
We're just telling you what other people are doing. In fact,
I don't perfectly legal, as far as I know.
Yeah, and plus, I don't even own a Switch or a Steam Deck, so. Don't sue me, Nintendo.
Please, Mr. Bowser, don't.
Mr. Bowser, please. Reggie, please help me.
Reggie.
My
body is not ready. Or my lawyers.
Oh my god, that's so funny. But yeah, so hopefully it won't disappoint. Really, at this point, it's more of like, will the game be good enough to justify the $70 price tag? But that's just me personally. Honestly, if I ever get my hands on the game and it's fun, the price won't even matter. Which at the end of the day, that's all it is. However, I have more hope for Nintendo making that game fun than EA making Jedi Survivor fun. Like, well,
it's Respawn making it, not EA.
Again, but still, they get their grubby hands on it. And because Jedi Fallen Order was such a success, I have a feeling that they're going. Whenever something is a success, obviously they want more of it, or they want to adjust it, or add things to it, or make certain demands of the developer, so that they can make the most money off of it, because obviously it's a moneymaker, and now they want to essentially maximize the profits from that. And we saw how that worked out with Battlefront 2 with all of the microtransactions. And really, I'm surprised that they backed off. I guess the backlash was bad enough, but yeah, I don't trust EA. I just don't. I don't think anybody does. However, I do have some hope, because they left them alone the first time. But again, now they see a money-making opportunity. They're going to essentially get greedy. Maybe they might get greedy and do something that will hurt the game to its detriment. And I think the $70 price tag is red flag number one. So far, game still. But
I doubt it.
But yeah.
I think $70 should be the worst of it.
Hopefully, but yeah. So that's me. That's me whining and complaining and bitching about price. So that conversation is dead. And you know what else is dead?
E3 Segways, baby.
Rip, bozo. Rest in piss.
So yeah, as of what, like last week, I think, like E3 2023 officially canceled.
Yeah, dude. Yep.
After seems like every publisher just went nope and just
Yeah, they're like,
we're not coming.
yeah.
Right. First it was Nintendo back in 2014, 2015, something like that. Then it was Sony was like, no, we're not coming back either.
Yeah.
Then Geoff Keighley pulled out, and he went, you know what? I'm gonna do my own thing with blackjack and hookers. And now Ubisoft this year, Ubisoft said they weren't gonna go. Microsoft said they're gonna do their own thing, and so E3 was like, well, I guess we're not doing anything either. I guess we're not going to E3 either.
They're not going to go.
E3's not going to E3.
E3 is not going to E3, man. Honestly, like, it's funny, but it's kind of sad because, I grew up on E3. We both did, and E3 always happened in June, right after school was out. So it was kind of like the beginning of summer vacation. That whole E3. How long does it last? Like a week?
It's a weekend.
It's a weekend. So it's like what, three days?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it usually starts like on Thursday. Like the Thursday night, they'll have some preliminary conferences, and then Friday's when they actually start.
Yeah. So it's actually kind of sad. It's like a childhood thing that kind of died. And it's kind of like Game Informer. You remember Game Informer?
Yeah. I mean, they're still around, but
yeah, but they weren't as big as they were because we get all our news now online and stuff, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, man. So it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's just a product of the times. I think they. I don't really know what happened, why people were pulling out. Did E3 have any like issues that contributed to, I guess, their demise? Did they was it mismanagement? Were they just not? Were the showcases not good enough? Like, I'm not too sure what happened.
In the case of Geoff and I think Sony, they just didn't like the direction that E3 was going in. And Geoff's been very vocal about that. So he's even on Twitter, like you can see 14 or like 15 years ago or something like that, or like I don't remember what, but he said something along the lines of like, yeah, I remember my very first E3, and since then I think E3 has not evolved in the way that it should. By the way, Summer Games Fest is this week, guys. Don't forget to show up. So I think it's a mixture of like people not agreeing with the direction that E3's been taking, and the pandemic is screwing with, messing with a lot of financials, right?
Yeah.
And it's becoming harder and harder for the marketing departments of these big companies to justify spending all this money to go to E3 for something that might not even be like in a good shape to show. Because, like, oh, well, yeah, E3, we're going to show up there, but we're not going to show any gameplay. We're going to show some pre-rendered trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Those are always the worst E3s. Those ones where they just don't have shit to show except pre-rendered CGI trailers.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's a mixture of that. It's just, I don't agree with what E3 is doing, and, why spend the money when we could just do it on our own?
Yeah. Exactly.
Ubisoft's doing their own thing. Microsoft's doing their own thing. Sony's doing their own thing. Nintendo's been doing their own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, especially now that these big companies like Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, they realize that they can just showcase their own games to themselves. That's why. So they have the Nintendo Direct, Sony's State of Play. What's the one for Xbox called?
I don't know.
Because Xbox has one, right?
Yeah. They have them. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know either. No.
I think it's just the Xbox Showcase. I think it's what it is.
The Xbox Showcase.
Yeah, it's the Xbox Showcase. Oh, there's an exciting showcase right there.
No, that's a super chat I'd pay for on the Xbox Live channel. But yeah, so they just realized that they could just show everything themselves, like on YouTube, directly to these people. They don't need to go to E3 anymore. But it's weird though, because I always thought E3 it could have been more than just games, because it's an electronic entertainment expo, right? So they could have showcased kind of a whole bunch of different technology. It kind of like in the same way that Vegas has fuck, what is that called? They have it in January, like at the start of every year. I think it's called CES.
Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think I'm mispronouncing it, but it's essentially it's like a technology expo where they showcase all the advancements and all the technologies that they've made. And I thought they would do something like that because, after all, it's Electronic Entertainment Expo, not Games Expo, whatever. So I don't know. Like, I think Jeff Keighley's assessment was correct. They could have done more with it. It could have been more than just games. But oh well, I guess it's dead for now unless they decide to reboot it.
Yeah.
Maybe
well, this was kind of supposed to be the reboot because they've been missing MIA for like 3 years now.
Yeah. Well, you never know. There's always a chance to reboot. I mean, hey, like, they did that. They tried to reboot G4, and
so well.
They should if they do plan to reboot, they should probably read up on G4's experience and then learn what not to do.
What not to do.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure I think they'll meek it out all right. Well, anyway, so yeah,
end of an era.
End of an era, indeed. It's sad, but hey, we must keep marching forward. But in any case, so all right, so that's E3. That's our moratorium. Rip. What's next on the agenda, my friend?
Final Fantasy 16.
Ooh boy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said in the last recording, I'm not really much of a Final Fantasy person. However, I do appreciate the lore. But I did see some of the trailer, and it looked pretty cool. And Yoshi P is at the helm, correct, Jesse?
Yes, he's the man who is literally saving Square from itself.
Yeah.
That man must need back surgery every other week from how much he is carrying that company. Because oh my god, Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy 14, the Final Fantasy IP, and Yoshi P are like the two things keeping that company afloat.
Yeah, why don't you talk some more about that? Tell us about the Final Fantasy 16 and Yoshi P, and well, I guess his quest to save Square.
Yeah, so it was a few weeks back in PAX East, I believe, where Yoshi P actually had a presentation for Final Fantasy 16. And he pretty much said, yeah, so we wanted to make a Devil May Cry RPG, and this is our Devil May Cry RPG. But it was actually really cool. 'Cause it was very personal. Like, he would bring up like questions and concerns that people had, and he would actually address them directly.
Ooh.
But before all that, right, he showed off like that the world is huge, right? There's actually the game's actually pretty big.
The game is
a lot of people
huge,
were really
yes.
concerned that the game was going to be just really linear, and it was just going to be you going from like super cramped place, just beating the shit out of people. But no, it actually has a pretty big world. It's not exactly open world, but it's like divided by zones, and each of the zones are really big, and you unlock more as you progress through the story.
Okay.
And you can go out, you can hunt stuff, you can go out exploring for chests, and you gather like materials, and you can use that to upgrade your stuff. And then they also introduced the very interesting approach to difficulty. So you have the standard difficulty, right? There's only one difficulty actually, but there are these accessories that the game will give you. And you can choose to equip those accessories or not. They're pretty much accessibility features. Mm-hmm. Like one of them, for example, will automatically use potions every time you go below a certain threshold. Another one will slow down time when you need to dodge something. Every single time it'll dodge.
Oh, yeah.
And another one allows you to pull combos by just pressing one button the entire time.
Yeah, I saw that. He apparently he showed it off by holding the controller. Like
yeah,
up in the air and just literally mashing square with one hand. It was funny. Yeah.
Squish. Right, and he confirmed that yes, you can pet the dog because the dog is a companion.
Even though he tried to swing at it.
He tried to swing at it.
That was
on purpose.
Yeah, he did. His timing, his comedic timing is on point.
And he showed off some of the boss fights, which the boss fights look really sick because they're pretty much kaiju battles.
I'd expect nothing less.
Yeah, because you get the summon, all the classic summons from the previous games, like Shiva and Ifrit, Garuda, Rama, Titan, and you get them just beating the shit out of each other in this Godzilla battle. And it's super cool, really cinematic. Overall, I mean, the game looks amazing. The only bad thing is it's exclusively PS5.
Oh, not even PC?
Not even PC, no. Apparently it's timed exclusive, but God only knows how long it's going to last.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the Steam release of Kingdom Hearts 3. So it's going to be
Oh, God, how much you want to bet that when Final Fantasy 16 finally gets it's going to be Epic exclusive?
I think Epic will be dead by then, honestly. the Epic Game Store will be dead by then.
No, it's been actually been doing fine. Apparently.
Oh, it has? Damn it.
Yeah, actually, it's actually been doing okay. So yeah, no. The dream for that is dead. You can't.
Whatever. I'm still not getting Epic Store. Like, you know, I think I got Outer Worlds because they had the first exclusivity, and also that other game that we played too.
Dauntless,
yes, which is fun. It was pretty cool, but
yeah, baby's first Monster Hunter.
Honestly, yeah, a very accessible Monster Hunter. Played that, and then I tried playing the actual Monster Hunter with you, and I'm like, Jesse, I can't play this game. It's just too much.
Yeah, no, we should. I told you we shouldn't jump to the medium one. No, you wanted to jump to the medium difficulty one.
What? Because I'm not a pussy. I wanted to try.
No, the Monster Hunter doesn't fuck around. You gotta learn the game first. That's why, like, when you play the campaign stuff, you gotta do the easy shit first until you master the mechanics, and then you go on to the hard stuff.
Okay, fine. Sorry, but anyway. But yeah, what else about Final Fantasy 16? Do we have a release date for that or not yet?
End of June. I think it's June 22nd.
Of this year?
Of this year, yes.
Damn, so we actually have a lot of games coming out soon.
Yeah, June is absolutely stacked.
Dang.
We have, let's see, we have Street Fighter 6 coming out on the 2nd.
Mm-hmm, that's one.
We have Diablo 4, I think, coming out the week after.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Final Fantasy.
Damn.
All at the end of the month. So
that's pretty stacked. Holy crap.
That's just those three alone, right? And Street Fighter 6 is looking absolutely amazing. Like it's
yeah,
got to be one of the more ambitious fighting games coming out now because it actually has single player content, like actual single player content, which you haven't had in a fighting game in I feel like 20 years.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
Every fighting game at this point has been like a glorified arcade port, where like it's just you play arcade mode or you go online and that's it.
Yeah, dude. Seriously.
There's nothing to do in between.
Yep.
Unless you're playing Smash Brothers and you're doing like Subspace Emissary and shit. and Brawl, like you're doing the spirits and
the light. What's it called?
Ultimate.
Ultimate.
Spirits is in Ultimate, right?
Yeah.
And they had the little stickers in 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the stickers. Shit.
Yeah, right.
Holy crap. Well, one of the Smashes I never played. It was the Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. That's the only one that I have not played. But,
I could have sworn you played it. Okay.
No. I played it with you at your house, but I never like actually owned it.
Okay.
So I skipped that one and I just had Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and then I got Ultimate when it came out. Man, that first trailer, I think everyone lost their mind for that one. It was dope. But yeah, so we got a pretty stacked June. Well, you do anyway, because I don't really play Street Fighter. And Diablo, essentially Diablo is the only game that is probably going to be the next game that I buy. But
I can't get Final Fantasy 16 because I don't have a PS5.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a Black Friday sale on that.
Yeah, shit. Absolutely.
Hopefully, hey, I got my PS4 on a Black Friday sale.
Yeah, dude.
So hopefully they'll have it for Black Friday, right?
I'm sure they will.
We got
have
Street Fighter, we got Diablo, right? Back to back. I mean, I'm not gonna get Street Fighter at launch. I'll probably get it later. And luckily that game has crossplay, so like I'll be able to play with a ton of people.
Oh,
it's
sweet.
It's gonna be like one of those games where like one of those fighting games where 90% of the player base drops off after like the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
And you have no one to play with except all the hardcore people who just fucking 360 you in their sleep.
Oh my god, man. That just sounds awful. It sounds so bad.
Right, yeah. Geefs and shit doing fucking 360 pile drivers on you. No problem.
Oh god, that just sounds like griefers. Ugh.
Grief. Yeah, you know what reminds me of Geef? Grief. Hey, speaking of grief.
Oh shit, yeah.
Overwatch 2.
Oh boy.
New hero. LifeGRIEfer revealed, aka the Grief Weaver, because his entire kid is just one big fucking grief.
Bro.
For some reason.
I look at him and I see his kit and I see how he plays and I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck is somebody supposed to play this character seriously? Like, it... Oh my god. I don't know.
Play him seriously? All the top 500 people and the people in Grandmasters. Everyone else is going to absolutely just troll with him or just not know what the fuck they're doing and piss everyone off.
Yes. They're going to put platforms in the middle of an open area where there's no cover. They're going to pull people. They're literally going to jump off the map and pull players with them. Oh, and apparently when he dies, he leaves a little pedal that restores health for both enemy and teammates. I thought that was weird. I thought it would thought it would just be for teammates. But yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before we go into more details, let's go over the preview of like what he is, right? So
yeah,
LifeGRIEfer, the new support hero revealed for season 4, right? He has spiky thorns that he shoots out. He has his basic heal that he has to kind of charge up, and he throws it at his targets. He has a platform that he can throw on the floor, and his teammates or himself or even the enemies can use to get to high ground.
Yes.
And then he has a little dash, like a little. It's kind of like a little mini Hanzo jump, except it heals you.
Mm-hmm.
And the cream of the crop, right? The big cherry on top is he gets a pull ability where he can pull his teammates towards his position.
Yep.
And oh my god, that scares the fucking shit out of me.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. Honestly, well, I was reading up on it and I was watching and I was thinking to myself, well, as a tank, you can go in and get like some ult charge and like just go ham as fuck aggro and then have your LifeGRIEfer pull you out at like the last possible second. The problem, however, actually, that's pretty good range. Apparently, it has a range of like 30 meters, which is
it's the same as his heal.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But because God, but yeah, dude. So apparently, it makes you invulnerable during the whole pull. It puts you on a little shield, but it's not a cleanse. So if you're burning, you're gonna still be burning like when you come back, and then, or if you're antied, you're still gonna be antied, but you're gonna be invulnerable during the actual pull mechanic during the animation. And yeah, so I could see some utility for that, and then maybe helping people get to high ground with the flower petal, pero that's pretty much it. And as far as his healing looks like shit.
Yeah, his healing looks like shit.
It's literally so his healing is a right click where you charge, and it takes like what 2 seconds to charge.
Oh no, it's actually not a right click. Yeah, you have to switch between.
Oh, excuse me. Well, yeah, so you have to switch in between.
It's like Mercy Pistol.
Yeah, so then you switch to heals, and then how long does it take to charge? 2 seconds?
I think so. Actually, I saw Karku's video. I actually think it's precisely 1.75.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm just going to round it to 2 seconds. So it charges to 2 seconds, and then it heals a max of 65. So you're healing 65 every 2 seconds. That's nothing. It really looked like he was struggling to heal his teammates with that. And that's his only healing ability outside of his ultimate. So I don't know, man. I think he's gonna be more of a DPS support. I don't know. I mean,
he's gonna be in the same camp. Sorry for interrupting you, by the way.
No, you're good.
In the same camp as Zen, But at least with Zen, like his heal is very small, but it's very consistent. Right?
Yes.
Like you can just throw it on someone, and then you can go right to damaging. Whereas with LifeGRIEfer, you have to choose between using your heal or dealing damage. You can't do both at the same time, like with Moira, right?
Yeah.
You can, hold right click to suck them off, and then left click to immediately start healing. Or in Zen's case, right, you just put the orb on someone and you just go back to shooting, right? And of course, Zen has Discord Orb, which makes everything explode.
Yes.
So Zen's always very useful. And with LifeGRIEfer, I think like outside of hyper coordinated teams, I have a hard time thinking about what he's gonna be able to do to be helpful.
Yeah, dude. I'm concerned. Even his ultimate, that Tree of Life, it I don't know, man. It just looks like it heals a lot. It heals 150 initially, and then it pulsates like what 50 heal every second. That's not really anything, man. And then the tree itself has health, so a hyper coordinated team can just shoot that shit down. Because it has 600 health, but still, man. I've seen people burst down 800. I've seen people burst down Ryan's shield. So, yeah, I'm not too sure. However, I did see that the tree itself can actually block corridors, so it was useful for that.
Again,
grief.
Can you imagine some asshole teammate just?
Imagine getting Maywalled, and then right after the Maywall ends, the fucking tree pops up behind you, and you're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, come on, dude, let me out."
At least you're being healed.
Oh my god, dude. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play it because it's a new support character. Which the last support that we got was Baptiste, which was
Kiriko.
Oh, Kiriko. Oh, that's right. Poor Kiriko. I'm so sorry. But yeah, but it's been a while since we got, since the supports have been getting love. I mean, we got some love with Kiriko, but we need more, and I think we got that with LifeGRIEfer. So I'm gonna definitely see how he plays out. And yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a good time with him, either or.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily, the Brig Ultimate rework is supposedly supposed to be in Season 4, hopefully at the top of Season 4.
Oh, sweet.
So I'll definitely be rocking Brig, and you can rock LifeGRIEfer to see how that works out. Although I'm not sure how that comp's going to work, because that's kind of a low healing comp. I mean, Brig can heal a lot, but she needs setup for it, whereas LifeGRIEfer just doesn't fucking heal.
Yeah.
So unless your team is killing the other team super fast.
Yeah, so like I said, we gotta figure out where he's supposed to be comp wise or position wise, or just like how he's meant to work. But I definitely think he's gonna be more utility than anything else. Because healing is definitely not gonna be him.
That's not gonna be his thing.
Yeah,
not at all. But I did see that he can do some cool stuff with the platform. I was watching Siegel's video, and Siegel actually showed that if you can actually cast the pedal ahead of time, and it'll actually stay there forever, and it starts to cool down immediately. So what you can do before a fight starts out is you can put a platform next to you, and if someone dives you, right, you can immediately just get on your platform, rise up, and then they can't touch you anymore. They have to shoot through your platform, which has 400 health, which is a lot.
Damn, that's actually not bad. That's actually a good idea. And I think. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah. And then because the cooldown starts immediately, right? By the time the first one disappears or gets destroyed, you'll have your second one up. You just throw it out the ground, fall on top of it, and you're back up.
Oh, dude, rad! It's actually a good idea. Maybe there is some hidden utility. Maybe I'm just being pessimistic because I don't know how to use this kit yet. But I'm sure once I get a hold of it, I'll be able to figure something out. Oh, well, yeah.
What was you going to say before I interrupt you?
No. But I think you already mentioned it. The fact that the pedal or the platform will stay there indefinitely until activated, and then it starts to cool down. And then it starts to count down. Correct?
The duration will start.
Yeah. The duration will start, but as long as no one touches it, it can stay there.
It can stay there forever.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So that's actually not bad. So you can kind of leave it like as an escape route too. Like you can kind of back up into it and stuff, or have an escape route for somebody else. Imagine you leave it for you, and one of your teammates takes it, and you're like, "Fuck!"
That's what's gonna happen.
I've been out-griefed.
That's what's gonna happen, bro. Or your teammate's just gonna throw it out there, some random ass spot right in the middle of a team fight, and then your teammate accidentally runs into it, and it throws their aim off, so now they're missing all their shots. They're getting launched up in the air, and your teammate's like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then you look down like, "Oh, platform here."
Imagine they throw it into the enemy team and they accidentally give like Widow high ground.
Yeah, see, that's another problem. I'm scared of like the interactions with Widow and the platform.
Oh my!
It's free high ground for her.
Yeah. Well, luckily Widow's a skill-based hero, so No, I know we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're fucked. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I know. I'm fully aware, man. But we'll see how that works.
We'll see. I'm still excited for it. We'll take turns. We'll definitely double queue for support.
Absolutely.
Take turns on it. You'll get first dibs because I want to play Brig.
Yes, and you definitely got to tell me how that rework goes.
I hope it's good.
Me too.
I hope it's good because it sucks. Her current ult sucks. I literally only use it like to run up to like some squishy and kill them.
Yeah,
that's all it's good for.
I think I saw you do it.
You only use it to chase down someone and kill them.
I think I saw.
Run away.
Yeah, I think I saw you do it for a Zen. The last time we played,
and then he trans me.
Yeah, well,
he just sat there and he trans. Like,
didn't fucking.
And then I killed him anyways.
Didn't do him that much good. Yeah.
He was like, "Okay, dude, you can trans. I mean, you're at full health, but I have freaking 300 HP, so good luck." And a barrier. I have effectively 600 health between both, so okay, good luck.
Congratulations. Oh my god. Alrighty, so that's it for LifeWeaver. That's it for Overwatch. New season, I think, drops next week? 1 week,
drops
actually?
Next week, and,
1 week exactly.
Yeah, this week. Yeah, this day next week. The trailer for Season 4 actually comes out on Thursday, too. So we're going to get a better view of what we should expect in Season 4.
Nice. I wonder who do you think is going to get the Mythic this time?
Did you see what I showed you? You didn't see it?
Wait.
Bro, it's sick. Look at it.
Wait a minute, where?
I sent it to you yesterday.
Where, in Discord or here?
No, in your messages.
LifeWeaver Hero Overwatch trailer. New hero gameplay?
Up.
Scroll up?
Scroll up.
Oh, shit! Oh, crap.
It looks dope, right?
Oh, I thought that was just another...
That Sigma skin looks sick.
So Sigma's the... oh, wow. Dude, that actually looks really... Yeah.
Which is very surprising that they're...
I like it. Holy shit.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I thought that was just like a skin that was a part of like the past or something. But no, that's the Mythic? Sigma?
That's the Mythic.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and I know you like Sigma, so... That's going to be good.
I do like Sigma. You know what else I like? Resident Evil 4. Like a lot.
Yeah, a lot. In fact, I'm in agreement with you, man. I can't get enough of this game. I've already played it. I've had 2 playthroughs. I finished it on Professional, but I did New Game Plus, so I didn't get the S+ rank.
Rip.
But it's okay, because now I've played it on Professional, so I know how it works. And I also unlocked all of some of the stuff like... oh, by the way, this is kind of like a review, and it is full of spoilers because there is some stuff we got to talk about. So viewer and listener discretion is advised. But anyway, so I unlocked the armored Ashley. I unlocked the Chicago typewriter. Oh, and by the way, I learned something interesting as well, Jesse. So the Chicago typewriter, you can use bonus weapons when you start a new game to get the like a brand new game to get the Professional S+ run. And the Chicago typewriter actually has as an exclusive upgrade, like that you spend the ticket on, is infinite ammo with it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so that's like the strategy behind it. So I'm currently watching. I think the YouTuber. I watched Bakba Soup, but I'm right now. I'm watching Neon Slice, the YouTuber, and he has actually two guides for it. He did like a perfected one that just released, I think, yesterday, and I was watching it, and his strats are pretty good. So yeah. But anyway, sorry, I going off on a little tangent there, but I'll let you start off the review, and of course the discussion that we're gonna have about the ending.
All right, yeah. So Resident Evil 4 remake. They pretty much remade the greatest game of all time into the greatest game of all time. So,
yeah,
the game has been modernized with new controls, right? Obviously, the graphics are going to be better, right? The story's been updated, the characterization's been updated, some of the new mechanics have been added, and the game's a great time. I played through it on hardcore, and I had good time for most of it. I mean, there's some bullshit there, right? There's some bullshit, right? I feel like I would enjoy the game more if I didn't play on hardcore. But I say that I'm currently playing on standard now, and the game is kind of too easy at this point. So I'm a little torn. I kind of wish there was something in between standard and hardcore. But as for the game itself, like as just a game alone, it's great. But I do like a lot of the changes that they made to it. I think a lot of the lore stuff is actually better. They do a better job at contextualizing everything about like why there's a 10-foot tall giant in the quarry, right? The Gigante.
Yes.
Right? Why the Gigante is there. What the significance of the castle is now. Like, did you actually see the lore entries?
Yeah.
Did you read all the book journals?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I saw.
Did you read the one about Salazar's bloodline?
No way. I think I may have missed that one. All I know is that apparently Salazar's family has actually fought to keep Las Plagas entombed and hidden.
Yes,
in amber.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But then, Los Iluminados wanted to release it for villainous religious purposes. Religiously villainous purposes, and Ramon Salazar, was the one who essentially betrayed everybody by releasing Las Plagas. But what I don't know is if he was already infected with Las Plagas, and that's why he infected the village and released it, or if he made that choice already to serve Sadler, like of his own mind before he himself was infected with Las Plagas. That I'm not too sure. Maybe you can clear that up for me.
Yeah, well, apparently he was always a shithead. Like in all of his, in all the entries, like, yeah, this kid's the fucking worst. Like, what's wrong with this kid, right?
Yes, I did see that. He
acid like some maid's face, like for no reason.
Yes, I did see that, and yes, it is confirmed. He was an asshole, shithead.
Yeah, he was a little shithead. And then there was something there. One of the journals, I think it might be in that same one about the bloodline, where they mentioned that Salazar's mom did something to save him. So that she made a deal with the devil, right? And they referenced the Plagas as demons.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe she might have used the Plagas to keep him alive.
Yeah.
Right, and it made him go even crazier.
Maybe
than he already was.
Okay. Alrighty.
Maybe it made him go crazy in the first place.
Yeah, probably. And then once Sadler became like the leader of the hive mind, he was able to control Salazar, Ramon, a lot easier. All right, that makes sense. But yeah, so yeah, but it was definitely
it's things like that make it like the backstory of stuff.
Yeah, no,
a lot more interesting.
The world is richer because of it, and I couldn't agree more. With your assessment.
And then combat itself has been changed, right? At least for hardcore, right? You're not gonna be swimming in ammo as much. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I was not expecting the tempo of the fights to be different, kind of from how they were from Resident Evil 4, because Resident Evil OG, right? You can kind of get away with just shooting everything, right? But in this game, you really got to manage your resources.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because you're not gonna get a lot of ammo.
Yeah, at least on hardcore.
Again, at least not on hardcore.
Yeah.
In standard, I'm swimming in bullets. I mean, I'm still like low on shotgun, but like I have so much handgun ammo, right? But in hardcore, right, you're low on everything. You're gonna have maybe like 20 handgun shots plus whatever you have in your gun. You'll have like 6 sniper shots, maybe 4 or 5 shotgun shells. And you have to make do with those.
Yeah, dude. And no, not only do you have like less resources, but the enemy count is so much higher. And I'm noticing the difference now. Like, because my first playthrough was also on hardcore, just like you. And right now, and then I played it on professional, which honestly wasn't that different from hardcore. At least in my opinion. I think it was harder because I was trying to do the S plus run, so my saves, I didn't get to save as much. But now I'm playing on assisted because I'm just trying to 100% it, collect all the treasures, find all the Clockwork Castellians, complete all the requests for the merchant, etc., etc. And literally the enemy count has been cut in half. Like, I'm expecting certain villagers in certain areas, and they're just not there. And on top of that, I'm swimming in bullets. And I think I have 6 first aid sprays and 4 herb mixtures. So yeah, I feel
so 10 healing items in total.
Yeah. So I agree with you in that there really doesn't seem to be a middle ground between hardcore and assisted or standard, I guess.
Oh, well, 10, that's rookie numbers, bro. I have 12 on my standard. I had 12 or 13 at one point.
Yeah, well, I think because, I'm also trying to do, the handgun only. I'm trying to get as far as I can with that. But yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not bad. But yeah, actually, I enjoyed the game on hardcore. I did learn eventually. I would say my worst fight was Krauser, just because I felt like there weren't a lot of opportunities where he was open for attack. I felt like he was always covering his body or doing something to where I couldn't hit him. And then the one time where he was open, he essentially already hit me or grabbed me, or I had to use the knife to escape, or whatever the fuck. So,
which speaking of the bosses, right?
Yeah,
a lot of them are pretty faithful, but some of them have been updated. Like Salazar, for example, is way different.
Yes, super different.
Yeah, he's very much. He's no longer that thing that's hanging up on the wall, right? He's actually moving around. He's actually crawling around the room, being a little asshole, shooting his puke at you.
Yeah, dude.
Diving at you, right? He's actually an actual mobile enemy instead of just being, some tentacles on the wall.
Yeah, dude.
With an eyeball.
Yeah, bro.
So I mean, I appreciated that. They weren't afraid to change some things around, right? 'Cause I think the original fight really wasn't that exciting.
Yeah.
The original Salazar fight, you just kind of you jumped down. I think you shot some. I don't remember, some spores or some tentacles or whatever, and then he opened up and he had to climb back up, and you just shoot him. You just do that over and over again. Whereas in this time, it's a lot more involved.
Very involved.
He's climbing around everywhere. He's opening. Maybe you have some chances to shoot his weak point, other chances you don't. Sometimes you got to run away. You got to dodge the bile, right? He puts these little piece of shit spores from the floor. You can't fucking see until the last second because you're too busy running away from him.
No, you're too busy running away and looking at him to see where he's at, and then all of a sudden, ugh, and there goes your whole freaking body armor, and you're like, God damn it. So, yeah, he's a little bastard. But I think all the changes that were made were for the better. I don't think I've encountered any changes from the original that I can remember that is bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean there's some interesting cuts. One of them I actually didn't remember until now. Do you remember that big centaur thing you fought in the cargo?
Oh yeah,
area?
The U3.
The U3, right? It's not in the game. I actually forgot about it.
Yeah, however, it was mentioned in the journals.
It was mentioned in the journals.
Yes, I guess. I'm not gonna lie to you. From what I remember, fighting that thing was kind of hard.
Yeah, because it was super cramped.
Yeah,
you had to run past him. You had to shoot the little locks while also unlocking the consoles. I actually liked the fight. Well, I liked the first half of it.
Yeah,
the second half's okay, but I always liked the first half of it because it was very tense and it added to that to survival horror.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean.
You were actually running away from something for once.
Yeah. So I noticed they did cut the U3, and I don't think they put anything in its place. Did they?
No, not really.
Yeah.
There really isn't. They also cut the. You remember the castle with the lava room?
Castle lava room.
Because in the lava room, right? They're the cultists are on like these giant dragons that breathe fire. It's like dragon fire turrets.
I don't remember that.
Oh wow, you don't remember that? Yeah, and it's Ashley's already been kidnapped, so you got to go through the lava room, right? You could shoot I think it was like the chains or something. Like you can shoot the chains off the turrets. It would actually cause the turrets to fall into the lava with the guy still in them.
Damn, I have
to remember that?
No, I don't remember that. I have to look that up again.
Okay, well they cut that out, right? And then they also cut out the truck sequence.
Yes, yeah.
At the end of the game.
Yeah,
I was expecting that, but I guess they replaced it with that crane.
Yeah. Oh my god, the crane.
That was probably what there was. I mean, I kind of would like the cart back.
The fucking.
I'm not gonna lie, because that crane part was a pain in my ass.
Wait, no, not crane. Wrecking ball. Right?
Yeah, it's a crane with a wrecking ball.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah, but dude, yeah, that's fucking awful. But it's okay. You know, I found a workaround. I don't have to do that part ever again.
Yeah.
And I got to teach you that for your professional run because I think you hated that part of the game the most, where you have to go through that whole section just to get to the wrecking ball.
What I hated was that the checkpoint was before you actually get in the wrecking ball. For some reason, they don't put it as you get inside the wrecking ball, or as you get inside the crane.
Yeah.
Into it.
So stupid, dude.
Yeah, so I was annoying. So you wasted an extra however many seconds.
Ugh.
But also other things. Characters are better. Well, some characters are better. I think Ashley is.
I'm sorry.
Ashley is definitely better.
Yes.
She's actually great in this game.
Yes.
Like, she's actually kind of helpful sometimes. She actually interacts with you during some battles. She has banter with Leon, right? It's some actual camaraderie.
No.
They actually talk to each other in between.
Yeah, dude. Chemistry's way better.
Heart-to-heart moments.
Yes, exactly.
And Luis's role has also been expanded as well.
Yes.
They actually don't kill him. He doesn't get killed by a giant scorpion dick.
Yeah, dude. They actually gave him a kind of a proper send-off. And actually, I don't know if you caught the Easter egg. Well, not the Easter. Yeah, I guess Easter egg at the end. Mm-hmm. Where he has where you saw the photo of him with his umbrella buddies.
Yeah.
It said, I think, Umbrella Laboratory 6. Do you remember that picture?
What does that mean? Yeah, I remember the picture, but what's the significance?
Umbrella Laboratory 6 was responsible for the creation of Nemesis. So.
Oh, right. Yes, I did hear about that.
Yes, so Lewis was actually instrumental in creating in the Nemesis project for Umbrella. So yeah,
okay.
so that was actually pretty significant. Actually, I think I forgot where I saw it, but I saw like a lore explain video. If I played RE3, I probably would have had fresher memory of it. But I haven't played the RE3 remake because it did not come highly recommended. I'll get it eventually, but yeah. So apparently Lewis was instrumental in the creation of, or at least a part of the team that created Nemesis. So it's cool. It's just another example of how they've expanded the lore for not every character, but a lot of the characters that were kind of one dimensional, like Ashley and Lewis. They have more depth now. We actually give a shit. I mean, we always gave a shit about Lewis, not really about Ashley, but now we actually care. And for Lewis, we care a lot more. And when Lewis died, it was like watching a bro like pass, and it was like, damn, bro.
Yeah. You know who doesn't give a fuck?
Ever?
Ada Wong, bro, because damn, these lines that she's reading.
We have to.
She did not care at all.
I do want to say though, I feel bad. I've read a report. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently her voice actress got bullied off of Twitter. So apparently we're not.
Oh yeah. No, that's very sad.
That's sad. But it's more to illustrate. I brought it up more to illustrate that I guess we're not the only ones that noticed that I guess her line delivery was just not, I guess, I don't know if it wasn't correct or not. I think it's subjective, but the fact that a lot of people don't like her line deliveries, I think kind of says that, I guess they just gave her poor direction. They probably told her, oh yeah, like sound like, oh yeah, I'm an agent, like I don't really care or whatever. And I guess she gave them what they wanted, but it didn't resonate well with people. But it's sad that she got bullied off of Twitter for that.
Yeah, that's not worth bullying anyone over.
Hell no,
dude. It's a bad performance in a video game. Like, who gives a shit?
I don't even think
it doesn't matter.
I don't even think it's a bad performance. I honestly think like they told her to act a certain way. She did exactly what they asked her to do, and it was wrong. And it's not her fault because she did exactly what they she acted the way that she was supposed to, but it didn't work. It just didn't work. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt for that, because but yeah, but at least her character model looks pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean it's the RE2 remake model, so
hell yeah,
great model, probably her best look.
RE engine, freaking knocking it out of the park for the for the third time. Actually, no, fifth time. I keep forgetting about fucking RE7 and 8.
Yeah. RE7, 8, 2 remake, 3 remake.
Yeah, and now 4
remake. Devil May Cry also uses it.
Oh, for real?
Street Fighter also uses it. Yeah, Street Fighter 6 uses it.
No shit.
Yeah, they're using it for all their games pretty much.
Oh man,
it's like some kind of black magic engine that they could just use it for any genre.
Dang,
and it'll still look great. It's still look and run great.
That's pretty dope. Damn. So Capcom's killing it. But in any case, so however, I will say, every character, I think was improved, but except for Ada.
Well, what do you think of the villains? I think the villains are kind of a step down, to be honest.
Really?
Like, I think
which villains? Like Mendez?
Mainly Sadler and Krauser.
Yeah, well,
mostly Krauser because his voice. I don't think his voice fits the character. I liked his voice in the original game more.
Yeah,
I think his story and like his characterization is fine, but I don't like his voice.
I agree.
Sadler's just boring now.
Yeah, Sadler's boring. Like, he used to be like a grandiose villain. Now he's just kind of like, we must stop the sinners. We must bring God into this world. Oh, pray these wicked sinners, we must forgive them. Instead of freaking OG Sadler that was like, we would bring peace to the world. The United States will no longer police us. Like fucking Count.
Why is he Count Dracula?
I don't know, bro. Spanish. Dude, that was his fucking no, bro. That was his cadence. That's how I remember him talking. Actually, he doesn't even sound Spanish. I don't think Sadler spoke in Spanish.
No,
once.
he didn't. He didn't
speak Spanish.
Sound Spanish in the.
Dude, he did not
sound Spanish at all in this game.
Dude, he didn't speak Spanish once, and I was like, "You're fake. You're a fraud." Literally everybody.
Your throne is built on lies. But yeah, I found him kind of boring.
Yeah.
He's barely even in the game. Like I missed the OG game where he would just he would just hit up Leon, and be like, "Yo, Leon, you ain't shit. You ain't gonna save."
Yeah.
You ain't gonna save nothing, cowboy.
Dude, I wish there was more of that. Like when we lost contact with Hunnigan, I was like, "Oh, cool! This is the part where we get to see Salazar on the radio, and he can, Leon's gonna talk shit." But no, there's none of that. It said he was on a fucking speaker throughout the castle. And
speaking of Leon, I think I like original Leon also a little more.
Yeah, well,
I mean, new Leon does say like his one-liners and stuff, but it's more like he's just trying to cope with the craziness that's going on. Whereas Leon, OG Leon was like, "Yo, I am the shit. Y'all ain't shit. I'm gonna style on everybody."
Exactly.
Right. Where new Leon's like, "Look, man, I got a fucking job to do. Just give me the girl." Well, I'm gonna crack some jokes. If I don't crack some jokes, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
Dude, well, I mean, there's a reason why OG RE4 Leon is like one of the poster child for Chadness. There's a reason for that. Because, he's a Chad. Throwing knives, busting moves, one-liners and shit. But again, I think they're trying to they're trying to make these characters more interesting, and they're trying to make them like real people because if you were stuck in a zombie apocalypse on your first day as a police officer and you survive, and then you're rewarded by the government taking you in and training you to be an agent, you're kind of like, damn, life kind of sucks right now, man.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him, but at least he still kept some sense of humor instead of being like pretty serious. Because one of the things that we noticed immediately from like the remake till now, or sorry, from the RE2 remake to this one, dude, Leon looks like he's fucking hasn't slept. Like you can see if you turn the camera and you see his character model, his back, he's just like, oh my god.
I haven't had a week of sleep in 6 years.
Yeah, dude. It's like he just looks absolutely done. He looks like he hasn't had sleep. It's funny. And then meanwhile, OG Leon, he's riding in and he's like, "Oh God, the president's daughter. Whatever. Let's just get this over with." But yeah. So I just think they're trying to make these characters more relatable, and it worked.
Yeah, more relatable, more grounded. It's just it works for the most part. It's just again, I really liked how weird and kooky the original game was sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I think part of the reason is like the game realized how, I guess, what's the right word? You know what? Let's just go with kookiness. I think the original game leaned into it a lot more than this one. Like it realized that its story was pretty kooky, and they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go all in on the kookiness. Like, even fucking Salazar, and in the original, he was a loon. He was an absolute loon. Just running around, cackling like a maniac and shit, running around, calling Leon, again, telling him, hey, you ain't shit. And then Leon's like, no, you ain't shit. And then, so...
You're small time.
You're small time. Oh my god! Actually, I like how some of the achievements for the games made callbacks to the original. Like when you defeat Mendez, the village chief. I forgot the name of the achievement, but it said something about the big cheese, which was a reference to Lewis in the original, where after you free him at the beginning, he walks in and he's like, the big cheese, and it's like, oh shit, that's so fucking corny. But yeah, it was good. It was so good.
Yeah, the one for Salazar was like, no thanks, bro.
Yes. Oh man, I saw it pop up, and I'm like, the homage is perfect. Even the fucking charms are just the character models from the original game.
Yeah,
which is dope. I love that.
I know, they're just.
I love that.
The original models. And one last thing before speaking of Salazar, I absolutely love that Leon had a built-in skip cutscene button when Salazar was talking. He's just like,
yeah,
bro, you talk to Papa. He just caps his ass. Again, it feeds into the energy of like, dude, I'm just tired. I want to go home.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck this.
Screw this shit, man. Yeah, so definitely, this Leon has different energy, but I like it. I like it all the same. It's a different kind of energy, but I like it. I love the banter with Ashley. She's definitely tolerable. No. I think she's more than tolerable. I actually like her as a character.
Tolerable is the good one. Intolerable is bad.
What?
Intolerable is bad.
Oh no, I said tolerable. Did I say intolerable?
Yeah, you said you found her more.
Oh, sorry, I found her. Oh, I'm sorry. I see. Yeah, so at first, I said I found her more tolerable, but that's not the right word because I actually like her now as a character. So she's not tolerable. Like I actually like her. She's pleasant to be around now. And the first one, she was tolerable at certain points, but definitely she got a huge upgrade. I'm just sad that they hit her ears, but it's okay. At least they kept her ballistics, which I'm pleased.
Her big old monkey ears.
Yeah, big old monkey ears. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, for sure. But yeah, so really the only person I had issue with was I didn't even have that much of an issue because I didn't really mind Ada. Pero you could see that okay, so this is actually a good time to talk about the ending. So
Yes.
they're changing a lot of things with the way that the timeline works. For example, now Leon kind of doesn't. It's like starting to give less of a shit about Ada. Like before, you know, Ada was like the one that got away for him, but now, like he kind of is like doesn't really care about her too much. So that's one of the lore. I think that's one of the lore changes that they're doing. But the big one is the fact that Ada is not giving the amber sample to Wesker. Like literally at the end, changing course and going to fucking God knows where, which is huge because the events of RE5 happen because Ada delivers the Plaga sample to Wesker, and that's how he makes the I don't know
Ouroboros.
the what?
Ouroboros.
That's what it was called. Sorry, because I think Ouroboros and I think fucking Trails. I'm sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. But yeah. So Wesker gets the amber and makes the Ouroboros and unleashes it on the African community. But now Ada doesn't do that. So it's like, wait, are they rebooting like 5 onward? Because that means that they, it's huge because, RE5 is kind of where shit started to get crazy for the Resident Evil franchise. So
Well, it started with 4, but 5 kind of doubled down on it.
yeah, no, but at least 4 was a bit believable. But then 5 came around.
4 was no. What are you talking about? 4
Story wise, because it still had some horror elements, but then they started to delve into.
Oh, okay.
But then 5, dude, like half the game takes place in fucking broad daylight. There was no horror at all, and then from 5, then we go into Resident Evil 6, which we all know how that turned out. So I really think that Capcom is rebooting they're rebooting the timeline because they realize like, oh shit, maybe we took things a little bit too far with that. Maybe we should take it in a different direction. But that's just me. I think they're going to reboot 5, but I think the story is going to be. I think it's going to be vastly different, or at least the reason it happened will be different. And I'm
okay. So you think they're gonna remake 5?
oh, absolutely, bro. They're gonna make, of course, because they hinted at Wesker. Like Wesker showed up in the cutscene. Like, come on, bro. That's the OG RE villain. Wesker's my boy. I don't care what you say. I have his glasses on in my playthrough now, and I love it. But I just don't know how they're going to do it because that's a small detail that will probably have a very big change. The fact that Ada did not give Wesker the amber. So I'm curious to see where they go.
Yeah, I'm curious too. But how do you, like, let's say they do? They say they confirm it, right? Oh, we're remaking RE5. How do you think they're going to do it? What do you think the game's going to be like? Or what do you want to see? Like, how do you think they'll do it? And what do you want to see?
Well, I mean, the fact that they should keep the horror elements, obviously, because I thought RE5 was, it wasn't scary. It was mostly it was essentially RE4 mechanics in broad daylight and with co-op. Which, by the way, the co-op I loved. I think that was one of the best parts. But I just like playing games with friends, so it just may be a bias thing. But I don't know what they'll do. Maybe Wesker will hunt down Ada and hunt down the Amber and like take it by force, or maybe Ada will like damage the Amber, which will cause like an error in Wesker making the Ouroboros, or maybe Wesker just makes something completely new, and it's something a lot more sinister and a lot more dangerous, which kind of can fit into the gameplay mechanic of a co-op because now the threat is tougher that you can't do it alone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Honestly, the only thing I'm worried about, well, actually, I'm not even worried about it because they'll probably do it fine. Plus, they're Japanese, so they don't really give a damn too much. But because I know it was kind of a big deal when RE5 first released that people didn't like that you were killing Africans.
Mm-hmm.
Which is understandable, but at the same time, it's like, well, that's just, the people were exposed to a deadly virus and now they've become crazy maniacs. it, people didn't get mad when you were killing Spaniards in RE4. So yeah, I mean that.
Well, I think context matters in that case.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, you got like the big white hero, massacring the masses of,
Yeah, exactly.
of Africans out there, but but Chris is like everyone loves Chris, right? I mean, there's Return of Chris, and that makes sense with the setting. But I will say that they really, if they remake 5, they really need to be careful with the tribe stuff, because that shit, you can't do that.
Yes.
People running around in grass skirts and spears, and then you can't have that shit.
That's why. But the thing that
you can't have
so that's
that.
what I'm saying. I'm more concerned about the cultural sensibility and the cultural aspect of it, because people get canceled for anything nowadays. So, but at the same time, Capcom is a Japanese company, so they essentially don't. They have a proclivity to not really care about that sort of thing. They just want to make a good game, but I don't think they'll go out of their way and make something inherently racist. But
because the grass skirts that's a little racist, right?
Yeah.
I think in a post Black Panther world, I think we can
we
can portray black people, not Africans specifically, not living in grass huts and shit.
Exactly, right? Yeah. But even in the original RE4, they weren't in grass skirts. They were wearing like shirts and pants.
No.
So...
I'm talking for that particular section when you're going through like the marshlands and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the urban stuff is I can't imagine. I mean, if someone can explain it to me why that would be an issue, okay, sure. But like that was the part I'm a little iffy on. But I perfectly understand why, like the grass skirts and the masks and all that shit like that. I perfectly understand why that would be an issue.
Yeah. So,
and I don't think they should probably include that. Like maybe just have monsters running around.
Yeah. Or So we'll see. I'm not sure how they'll do it. They're going to do it. I'm positive that they're going to do it. I just, I don't know how they'd handle that aspect of it, because I think they'll hand, because so far it seems like they have a direction on where they want their story to go, which is to fix the timeline of like RE5 and 6, because that was just crazy shit that was happening. But I think they'll have to be careful with the cultural aspect of it, especially regarding the Africans and stuff. And they can do it, but I'm expecting somebody somewhere in the dark corner of Twitter to put out a tweet saying they're racist, having it catch fire, and then, oh no, another controversy over a game that makes no sense kind of deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's always going to be somebody that's going to be upset. But again, the game isn't even out yet. The game's not even made. The game's not even.
We don't even know if it exists.
Exactly. So we just have to.
Which is theory crafting.
Exactly. Here. This is literally theory crafting at its finest. So, yeah. So that. Sorry, I felt like I took over a lot of.
That's
a
fine.
Lot of that,
no, that's perfectly
a lot
fine.
of that section. What about you? Do you agree or disagree with any of my like the statements that I made in regards to the ending, and also in regards to the RE5 like cultural possible challenge?
Yeah. Well, first with the RE4 ending, that's a significant change, right? It'll be interesting to see. They probably are going to build off of it in some way. So, like, I don't think a remake of RE5 is too far fetched, to think of. And when it comes to the actual remake of RE5, like we said, we have to be very, very, very careful with how you depict African culture and African people, right? Cut out the grass skirts and the mud huts and spears and shit. Like, we don't need that anymore.
Yeah,
you can have you can have people, you can have shooting Africans in cities and stuff, right? I mean,
yeah.
African people live in cities, right?
Yeah.
The grass skirts and the
not in a shanty town or anything
spears.
Like that.
Yeah. Right. Have like an actual urban city, dude. Like even a shanty town. Like I would like it. It'd be cool. Like if it was an actual like city environment.
Yeah. Well,
not just some shitty ass poor, stereotypical African
village
shanty town.
Yeah.
Right. For actual like game wise, I would really like it if they implemented maybe some of the stuff they originally planned with RE5. So one of the things, there's actually, I forgot where I found it, dude, but there's like a super long article I found about detailing like all the things they wanted for RE5 originally.
Ooh, okay.
And there was one segment in particular that sticks out to me was that there was going to be like a town that was under siege by like a bunch of BOWs, right? And you're gonna have to fight off like gigantes like running around this small town, and you were trying to help like the local militia fight them off. And you also had like flying BOWs everywhere, and you had zombies that were flying around. It was pretty much a city under siege, and you just had to fend them off.
Oh shit!
Right? And it was gonna be some super huge set piece, but at the time the technology wasn't there, so they couldn't really do that. It didn't really left the conceptual stages.
I can see that.
There was also like mechanics, like there was like one mechanic where like if you're like out in the sun for too long, like you go inside a house, like your vision has to adjust.
Oh, that could
right. So I feel like could lead to some probably some cool segments.
Yeah.
Right. You can bring back in the horror, right? Because I think RE4, this remake, did a good job at bringing back the horror.
Yes.
Especially the regenerators. The regenerators are fucking terrifying in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Like they're scary in the original game, but once you figure them out, they're chumps. In this game, no. They are terrifying. You blow their legs off, and they're flopping around like a pissed off seal, ready to.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. I remember when they
chew your legs off.
The first time they slithered at me, I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" I literally froze in fear. Oh my god.
So I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Maybe like definitely improve the solo experience, because I remember playing RE5 is like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 game co-op, but it's like a 6 or 7 by yourself because the AI is so fucking stupid. Most of your deaths will be because the AI gets themselves killed.
Yeah, dude. Honestly.
And so I really hope that if they remake it, that they improve the solo experience, because you and I, we're not gonna be able to play with each other all the time.
Exactly.
Sometimes we're gonna do solo runs.
Yes.
So hopefully they'll improve that. Hopefully the technology, will be there and they'll make use of it. I mean, the technology is there, but it's a question if they use it or not.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I mean, the AI for Ashley was actually pretty smart, so it's just a matter of improving on it. Personally, that's what I think. But yeah.
So there's that. Yeah, I'll have to send you the link on that, because I have to. There was it's like a whole article about what they originally planned for. It's crazy. Like the enemy count was supposed to be way higher too. Like I don't remember if you saw like one of the early trailers.
That I remember that apparently it was supposed to be like huge armies of Ouroboros that just go at you.
But no, I mean just regular not Ganados. They call it something else in RE5. They think my genie or something like that. But a swarm of like Ganados, right?
Yeah.
Afro Ganados, right? Afro Ganados. Right? Like huge swarm, like 30 of them coming at you at once, and I really want that to be there, because obviously the 360 and PS3 couldn't handle it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever this remake comes out, RE5 remake, which probably be at the tail end of the PS5 era, PS5, Xbox Series X era, right? We'll be able to up that enemy count.
Mm.
And you have a second player, so why not? Like, throw fucking 50 people.
Yeah, throw everything at it.
Throw 50 people. Throw a gigante, right? Throw throw in that bat scorpion thing. Throw in 5 of those bat scorpion things. Whatever, bro. You got to co-op, buddy. Mm. Go nuts with the enemy count.
I agree. I think that should be done.
And also try and not be RE4.5, because that was an issue I had with Resident Evil 5 originally, that it felt like it was doing repeating a lot of the things that Resident Evil 4 did, but worse.
Mm.
Like, for example, the Gigante fight. Like, again, you fight a Gigante, except now it's just a turret section.
Yeah.
A really boring turret section. You fight... once again, the game starts off with you fighting off a swarm of Afro Ganados. Except, it's diminished returns. It's not as exciting this time, right? It's like, oh, I already did this before, right? Where I'm fighting off a bunch of enemies.
Yeah.
Except now I have a buddy with me. And there's a big axe guy. That's the only difference.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Honestly, take advantage of the co-op. Yeah, and like you said, throw a whole bunch of enemies.
And don't have grass skirts and spears. People running around.
You could fix that, by just putting it in an urban setting, like literally just random city in South Africa. That's all. That's all you need.
Yeah. And then if you want the marshland sections, just put monsters. It's just monsters only. That's it.
Yeah. Do they have like little plagas in Ouroboros or no?
Yeah. No, they had plagas.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Remember they had like they had like the armored one that can like bite your whole fucking head off.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Right, and then like they like headbutt you.
Yeah. Okay, then that's good. No, because I was thinking
they had some that would like fly out of their bodies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Have more of those monsters. Like, don't have like humanoid monsters. Have so that you can avoid that skirt problem.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, we're running low on time. We actually went over time again.
Well, dude, there was just so much.
I thought we'd end this.
There was so much to talk about. So
I thought we would end this a lot sooner. All right. I mean, there's one last thing here, but I mean, it's very quick.
Well, no, you could talk about it. I haven't seen it yet, so this is gonna be all you.
Yeah. So I'll keep it spoiler free, right?
No, it's all you. Go for it.
Spoiler free, right? So one last thing, I saw John Wick 4. And it was a great movie, great action scenes. Keanu Reeves once again kills it. It's a movie with absolutely amazing stunt work, like all the technical stuff out of the world. And it's a 3-hour movie, but it's a 3 hours that you don't really feel because the action is just that good, and the pacing is there. Everything looks beautiful too. Right, cinematography is great. Everything like it's like watching moving art if art can murder people. I mean, and the story is that John Wick is running away from the High Council again, and he now finds out that there's actually a way to get them to stop fighting him, and it's by getting into a duel. This is spoilers, but this is something revealed like in the first like 20 minutes, 15 minutes. He can get into a duel with Bill Skarsgård, who's like the Marquis. He's like the enforcer of the High Council.
Okay.
And he's in charge of killing John Wick. So the story is just about that, about them setting up the duel and stuff. And obviously a lot of shit happens in between. But Donnie Yen is in it. Donnie Yen absolutely kills it. He plays as a blind assassin who actually used to be friends with John Wick. Then there's also, do you know who Scott Adkins is?
Yeah, dude.
Scott Adkins, yeah. He's in the movie. I'm not gonna say what he plays.
Okay.
I'll let you figure that out. But it's very surprising because I didn't recognize him at the time until he started moving around and fighting. I'm like, oh, okay, that's Scott Adkins.
Yeah, no, because dude, Scott Adkins is like one of those what you call it? He's like an accomplished martial artist also. So.
Yeah. Well, he definitely martial arts out in this movie.
Nice.
Yeah. He martial arts in this movie in a very surprising fashion, man. And I mean, like I said, it's a very good movie, man. Great action. I mean, the finale. So the last hour of the movie is amazing.
Okay.
The last 30 minutes is fucking insane.
Okay.
Like you're gonna be like, wow. Okay, I didn't expect John Wick fighting through Paris in my bingo cards for 2023.
Damn.
So,
well, I'm excited then.
Highly recommend the movie if you've seen the first 3 John Wick movies and you love those 3. Definitely watch this one. If you love action movies, watch this movie. Well, watch the first 3 John Wick movies if you haven't seen them, right?
I think
because they're all action movie masterpieces, and then watch John Wick 4.
I think they're all on HBO Max, like 1 through 3. I believe so.
Yeah, so watch them on HBO Max. Again, great movies. Absolutely great movies. Yeah. Some of the best action movies, modern action movies ever. And I'm so glad that John Wick has been kind of changing up how a lot of action movies have been presenting themselves.
I agree.
Like, I forgot what these guys' names are. Chad Stahelski, I know, and then I forgot the other guy.
Yeah, Chad Stahelski, and then it was another dude, and he's gone on to direct other movies, too. And it's fun.
Yeah. They haven't directed the John Wick movies together since the first one.
Yeah.
It's all just been Chad, but these 2 guys, yeah, they've been killing it. Like,
yeah, and they used to be stuntmen. So
they did, yeah. So they know how to.
They know exactly
how to choreograph this stuff. They know how to shoot it.
Yeah, they
know how to frame everything. and yeah, they killed it.
Yeah. Okay.
They've killed it like almost every movie they've directed. Like, have you seen Nobody with Bob Odenkirk?
No, but I heard it was essentially like another like John Wick type, but it was
It's John Wick.
Yeah.
It's kind of John Wick.
But it's still good though.
It's still good. It's a
from
good
what
movie.
I've heard, at least. I haven't seen it, but I want to. I don't actually.
It's a very good movie, and it's a brisk like 80 minutes.
Oh really? Oh,
It's like an hour and like 20 something minutes.
Oh.
So it's like you can get through it very quickly.
That's not long at all. Okay.
And it gets right into it.
Okay, good.
Like, yeah, we're not gonna fuck around. We're just gonna get right into it.
Sweet. All right, that's actually pretty dope. I'll have to check it out then. Nobody is called, right?
Yeah, Nobody.
Okay, cool.
Nobody. So that's my review of it. I definitely have to work on my review skills because I was kind of all over the place. I'll probably organize something.
Oh, what, for John Wick or for RE4?
For just reviews in general, like movie reviews.
Oh, okay.
Because it's kind of hard to review something and keep it spoiler free.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Honestly, it was my fault because I hadn't seen the movie yet.
No, it's fine. No, it's you watch it when you watch it. Chill out.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you watch it when you watch it.
Oh.
But watch it soon because it's a good movie.
No, I am gonna watch it soon. I'm probably gonna see if I can go to the theaters this weekend, maybe during one of my days off. I'll probably do it Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, it's pretty dope. All right, is that it for the agenda, sir?
Yeah, that's everything, man.
Damn, badass! Another successful podcast recording. I love it. And we talked a lot about RE4 too, and I think we did really good. RE4. Yeah, so if you can, please get RE4. It's so good. Can't. Yeah.
Absolutely great.
That's it. I can't
buy it.
I can't say buy it. 10 out of 10. Oh my god.
Ooh,
damn, boy. I haven't been able to burp. I'll see if I can drink a seltzer real quick. Well,
hey,
yeah.
So you wanna? I did it last time. You wanna sign us out?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you so much for watching us slog through talking about bad things and good things. And just be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you can. Yeah, click like, and
download us.
Click like and subscribe. Sorry, just I've heard YouTubers say it for so long now. It feels weird saying it myself. So yeah, be sure to click like and subscribe. And if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or on Amazon, be sure to hit that download button and subscribe for new updates. So we do record bi-weekly, correct? Yeah. So we do record bi-weekly, and yeah, we just want to say we really appreciate you guys listening in, taking the time or just having us on as like background noise as well. We appreciate our audience very, very well. Appreciate you guys very, very much. And yeah, so you guys have yourself a good day, a good night, and we will catch you on the next one, okay?
All right. Peace out.
All right, take care, everybody.